was attacked. I know it. I heard it. She's screaming. She was thrown to the ground.
Sir, come here. Imagine this. It's Valentine's Day night, the kind where the Hollywood Hills should be alive with candlelit whispers and stolen kisses. But at 1:11 a.m. on February 15th, 2020, a frantic voice cracks through the 911 line like shattered glass. Somebody just attacked my roommate. Down the street, please, she's screaming. The caller's breath hitches, raw with terror, as if the fear is clawing its way out of him. You can almost feel the chill of that moment, the helplessness of a man who heard hell break loose but couldn't stop it. That voice belonged to Michael Herman, roommate to Amy Harwick, a brilliant sex therapist whose life was a beacon for the brokenhearted. But on this night, her heart would stop beating, and the shadows hiding her killer would start to stir. What if the screams you ignore in the dead of night aren't just a nightmare? What if they're a final plea from someone you love? This is the story of Amy's fall, not just from a balcony, but from grace in the eyes of a man who couldn't let her go. The call came out of nowhere, slicing through the quiet hum of Los Angeles emergency lines. Michael Herman, still shaking from what he'd witnessed, babbled into the phone. I was downstairs. I heard screaming like she was being thrown around. Amy Harwick, she's my roommate. She's screaming for help. The dispatcher, calm amid the storm, probed gently. Did you see anything? Is she being attacked? Michael's voice trembled. No, but, God, it sounded bad. Hurry. Sirens wailed to life, cutting through the velvet darkness of Hollywood Hills, a neighborhood where celebrities sip wine under starlit skies, not where therapists tumble to their deaths. Officers arrived in a blur of blue lights, hearts pounding as they scanned the upscale home Amy shared with Michael. The air was thick with dread, the kind that sticks to your skin like fog. Michael burst from the shadows, hands raised, eyes wild. Sir, my roommate, she was attacked. I heard it all. Screaming, thudding, like she was thrown to the ground. He was frantic, words tumbling over each other. I couldn't find my phone fast enough. Yelled up at her window to scare the guy off. Hey, motherfucker. Hoping he'd bolt. The cops steadied him, their voices an anchor in the chaos. Calm down, sir. Anyone else inside? Michael shook his head, sweat beading on his forehead. Just her. Or, I don't know. I didn't go in. Thought he might have a gun. They hopped the fence, grunting, flashlights slicing the night, radio crackling. Unit 6815, rear of the location. And there, in the courtyard below Amy's third-floor balcony, lay the horror. Amy Harwick, 50 years young, vibrant and unyieldingly kind, sprawled unconscious amid shards of glass, her body convulsing in merciless seizures. Bro, she's seizing, one officer gasped, dropping to his knees. Blood pooled beneath her, dark and accusing. 20 feet up, the balcony railing mocked them silently. This wasn't a slip. This was savagery. Paramedics swarmed, but Amy's pulse flickered like a dying flame. Officers breached the house, shouts echoing. LAPD, come out with your hands up. The place was eerily pristine, spotless counters, organized shelves, save for the bedroom. Bed covers twisted in agony, a pool of urine staining the bathroom floor. Strangulation does that, they knew. The body betrays you in its final fight. And on the balcony? A syringe, brimming with nicotine, pure poison, the kind that twists your guts and stops your heart slow and screaming. No one in Amy's world touched that stuff. She was sober, sharp, a woman who mended souls with words, not wrecked them with needles. Michael hovered outside, a ghost in the floodlights. Can I see your hands? An officer asked, eyes narrowing at the scratches and blood streaking his arms. Climbed the fence looking for her, Michael stammered, pulling back his sleeves. Bruises bloomed like secrets under his skin. Something's off, the cop muttered to his partner. Urine on the floor, but none in the bathroom. A loaded syringe, fresh and foreign. Michael's pot habit raised eyebrows. Did he know more? As Amy was rushed to the hospital, her liver lacerated, brain swelling from the impact, doctors fought a losing battle. By dawn, she was gone, pronounced dead. A therapist who healed the intimate wounds of strangers, silenced in her own home. Suspicion coiled around Michael like smoke. He was there, marked by the night, bloodied hands, evasive eyes. No forced entry downstairs, the back door ajar. Had he lured her out? Or worse, detectives hauled him in, the interrogation room a sterile trap. You still hear the screams? They pressed. Michael leaned forward, voice cracking with memory. Yeah, even as I ran out. Yelled up to make him think I was coming, hoping he'd run. I found the door open, her down there. God, I tried to help. His alibi held. Neighbors saw him pounding on doors, begging for a phone. Ring camera footage sealed it. A blurry figure in gloves, hopping fences, smudging lenses with gloved fists. Not Michael, a shadow man, masked and methodical. But who? Amy's life was a tapestry of empathy. Books like The New Rules of Marriage, TV spots dishing wisdom on love's thorns. Clients poured out their darkest kinks to her. She listened without judgment. Yet in Hollywood, where fame flirts with frenzy, vulnerability invites vultures. No missing jewelry screamed burglary. The nicotine? An assassin's tool meant to mimic a heart attack, slow and intimate. Beads from Amy's black rosary trailed from bedroom to balcony like breadcrumbs from struggle. A leather jacket, inside out, crumpled nearby, grabbed from behind, choked, dragged. This killer knew her rhythms, her fears. Friends painted Amy as unbreakable, petite, blonde, with a laugh that lit rooms. But cracks showed in whispers. She was scared, one confided. A month prior, at the XBIZ Awards, glitz and grit for the adult industry's wounded souls, Amy froze. A voice from the past, Gareth Purhouse, 41, photographer turned phantom. They'd met in 2011, sparks flying at a therapy gig he shot. But Garrett's love was a cage, suffocating grips, walls slammed, fists flying. Amy filed for a restraining order in May that year. Denied. Lack of proof. He escalated, smashed frames in her home, roses taped to doors like bloody Valentines, hours loitering on her stoop. By 2012, another assault, dragged from a car. Order granted, 5 years exile. But Gareth burrowed deeper, a digital specter. Every Instagram post, every therapy article, flooded with venom. Ruined my life, you bitch. Friends watched Amy's light dim under the barrage. Then, January 17th, 2020. XBIZ. Amy, panelist for Pineapple Support. Lifeline for sex worker psyches. Sipped a drink when Gareth materialized. You destroyed me, he snarled, cornering her. Her friend got the call. Chaos shouts, get the fuck over here. Then venom. You ruined my life, you fucking whore. Amy fled, voicemails trailing like chains. I have so much to say. Please, just let me. To friends, if I die, it's him. Footage matched. The gloved ghost was Garrett's build, his loping gait. Warrants flew. His apartment? A shrine to madness. Syringes of nicotine, exact match. Bloody clothes strewn like confessions. Scratches on his arms, mirroring Michael's but earned in Amy's fight. DNA under her nails screamed his name. Gareth, cornered at 5 p.m. the next day, went quietly. No pleas, just a hollow stare. Jail calls leaked his soul, if it had one. To buddies, turn my old stand-up jokes into a book. Based on my name? $1 million easy. A punchline. What's the most feminine candy bar? Hershey's. Laughter, cold as the concrete Amy hit. Not getting out. Seen the hate, it's biblical. Bonded out, he bolted straight to LAX, handcuffs waiting. Flight risk? Or ghost chasing? Trial, August 2023. Defense spun silk. He just wanted to talk. Syringe for his nerves. She slipped. Tragic accident. Prosecution tore it. Obsessed ex, rejected, raging. Broken on Valentine's with poison in his pocket. Choked her, hurled her over. Punishment for daring to leave. Juries don't forget voices like Amy's friends. The fear in her final call, the bruises from a decade ago. Garrett's history, a roadmap to murder. The gavel fell, guilty. Murder won, life, no parole. As he was led away, Did regret flicker? Or just the ghost of her screams? Amy Harwick mended hearts, but one refused healing. Her fall reminds us, love's shadows linger, and sometimes they push back. In the quiet hills, listen close. Those whispers might be warnings. What screams will you heed tonight?